First, I'd like to congratulate the inductees and mention briefly that in a strange sort of way, I have a relationship with all of you. Mike, I know we have mutual friendships in the coaching ranks and in the administrative ranks. And Todd, I'm a lifelong Eagles fan, so even though we've never had a conversation, I felt like I knew you because there's a local guy playing for my favorite team, and I was so proud to be able to follow you. Abby, I don't know if you remember, but I was involved in an interview with you and your mom at Grand Haven High School your senior year. And Calvin, I have 3 good friends that are part of your background that go back many years, so I feel like we have an association that way as well. And I want to say that each of these inductees, because of the nature of this program, you'll hear common 2 words, and that's the words thank you. These people and I will thank influential people that made a difference in their lives, people that are hinge people, people that are huge influencers. And basically, these are people that got you where you are, and you'll say thank you to them. Parents, grandparents, coaches, athletes, teachers, neighbors, all those people that were influencers, I would like to turn the recognition to you. Many of you are here tonight, and you prove a basic truth that no one gets there alone. No one is self-sufficient. And I have found that to be true in life and in sports. In my ALS journey, which almost to the day 2 years ago, when we received that fatal diagnosis, my family immediately gathered around within minutes of leaving the hospital, gathered around, and we prayed together and we cried together. And unequivocally, my family said they've got our backs. And that also is proof that we need other people, that no one gets there alone and no one is self-sufficient. I've learned so many lessons in these last few years, including that God's promises are real, that this life is not all there is, that He is with me, He won't leave me, and that His grace is sufficient for me. And I'm so grateful that I can't do it alone. I'd like to thank my tribe, my family, and if I was given instructions that I could just thank one person, it would be my wife, Lori, who for 43 short years was the winner of the Perseverance Award. She's our family MVP. She was patiently holding down the fort for the many times that I was overcommitted or stayed late, or as a wife of a coach or an administrator, she persevered. So I am grateful for her. And for my now adult children, Mindy, Steve, John, and Jess, you also persevered and you also supported and loved me beyond what I could ever imagine. You are very special adults, and I'm just so proud of who you've become. And to your spouses, Nicole and Jackie and Breckley and Ethan, especially during these last years, the toughest years of my life, you have been unbelievable. You have been phenomenal in your love and care and support. So thank you, family. To the greater Fruitport community, the unbelievable school system experience, administrators, coaches, student athletes, past and present, I'm so thankful for you and for your support of me over the years. I'd like to mention the importance of athletic administrator, helpers, assistants, and especially our secretaries, Terry Seitzma for over 20 years, and in the past 4 or 5 years, Tricia Winskus. You people have been so supportive. It was you that allowed me to coach because you covered my office spaces during those times. And it was you that made me look better than I am. I'd like to thank especially volunteer assistant coaches during those years. In the early years, David Hewlings, and later years, Zach Stuckey, who gave 10 quality years of volunteering that I could have done it without you, and you helped me persevere. Lastly, there's someone who this award was named after. His name is Mr. Gene Young. Gene hired me in 1990, and I learned so much from him. I'm grateful that he also supported the start of varsity soccer at the high school level that year. I learned much from him, and truly, if it wasn't for Gene, I would not be here tonight. Lastly, I'd like to congratulate the senior athletes that are receiving this award. I know how difficult and how elite this award is, and I honor you for it. And if you would allow me to share 3 life lessons with you especially that I've learned over 40 plus years from my mentors and teachers and friends and coaches and assistants, and especially from student athletes. 3 simple truths that are in a format of always and because, and I'll close with these. First, always give your best, because life is too short to just go through the motions. Always give your best. Second, always treat people really, really well, because everyone you will ever meet has infinite worth. And lastly, always demonstrate unconditional gratitude, because no matter what kind of day you've had, no matter how good or bad your performance was, or how bad your diagnosis is, there's always something to be thankful for. And along that line, I'm reminded of a recent song by Matthew West that has a small phrase in it that says, "This life ain't always wonderful, but what a wonderful life it's been." I want to thank the committee for such a high honor, and once again, congratulate all the inductees. And God bless you all. Thank you.